Bucks here. We got a lot of things to talk about today, from the market literally bottoming out to the lowest it can possibly go unless EA changes some things. We got the wins talking about some of the limiteds here in the eggs, the AKAs tomorrow, and a few other things that I want to go over. So we'll go over the content that was revealed by EA first. Travis Kelce, Big Yeti. He's big and hairy, so he's a Big Yeti. And makes sense, right? I think did he self-nickname that? I don't know. But here's the card. Big, fast, tight end. It's a W, right? I mean, it's about as good as you want. The thing of like AKAs, though, is like, these things are crazy, but I feel like what is it, 6 on, 6 off? We got like Bo Jackson and other cards like a month past, and there was like just like stay on for the rest of the game. It's like I like in the elevated ones on the Genki, I feel like we're still chasing that high. And the problem with that is like those cards are insane, and how do you get and beat those insane cards? I guess with more speed. If we go 100 speed, that's one thing. But route tech on and off, I just like, it's so inconsistent for me on a lot of these things, unless it's something like just absolutely game breaking. And Scottish Hammer, the limited right here. This is of course from last year's, right? They do all limiteds are all last year's cards. I gotta talk about this for a second, but it does feel like it's tough. It's tough to justify guys that turn on and off when you get a guy that just stays on, unless you run into like a guy with like a $1 trillion William Perry. So this Scottish Hammer, let's move on to him. He should get some pretty good boosts for other players on your squad. That's, you know, how there's no X factors for O-linemen or kickers, punters. So they generally give them attribute boosts across the board. So should help for those overall chasers, right? For the people that care about the nonsense that is overall, it's just a number in the corner of the card. That should help you get to 99 overall. Now, before we go on to talk about the economy, I want to talk about what the streets, the winds are speaking about, like the limited. I'll do like a whole egg reveal video, an egg guesses video. I haven't quite put it together yet. Sorry for usually I get that done earlier. We're hearing like Carmichael wide receiver, Brian Branch CB, and Ted Hendricks Loeb all at 99 overall. So that's what we're hearing right as of this moment through the winds. But with that said, let's talk about Bruce Smith. Okay? Bruce Smith. 410. And there's a lot at 410. You're like, why 410 specifically? Well, if you guys were here, I don't know, it was like a couple weeks ago, we talked about an unannounced change EA made. And if you have a 98 overall card, you guys might know something. And do I have a 98? I do have this Stafford card. So let's go ahead and downgrade this Stafford card. Okay. So if we look at that, and I just did, go ahead. I can't quick sell a card in my lineup. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help. Let's go to my lineup. Let's go there. Oh, why we're here? Why we're messing around with this? So the Easter egg hunt day 4 card. It's in Team of the Year. The winner's offense won Penei Sewell. So just this is a B and D Stafford, son of a gun. Just an FYI on that for how to get the egg. So, anyways, let's just look at the spreadsheet. 98 overalls, quick sell for 410,000 training, and EA put a lock in our game where you can't go below 1-for-1 training. And we said a few weeks ago when they made this change, they got to change this, or else like stuff like mystery packs and other things like that are going to get way worse, right? So like Isaiah Pacheco, quick sell 66,000 training. See how you literally can't go below 66,000? So it's a major problem. So, I don't know. I hope EA ends up lowering this because the market needs to go lower. Let's stop these price floors because they make no sense. They're nonsense. But the market's bottomed. The market's bottomed, right? Because, like, the 98s are cool and all, but they're not that good, I guess, which is strange for the highest overalls in the game because their abilities aren't that good. It's crazy how they just went crazy on abilities a few promos back, and we haven't seen a match for them in like a month. I guess we'll see. We'll see what they do going forward. Hopefully the second round of I don't even know if the second round of this Easter promo is gonna give us crazy abilities, crazy cards. When's our next crazy cards? Golden tickets? I don't know. When's that happening? Team Diamonds might be, well, shoot. Regardless, I don't know. I'm kind of like talking nonsense because like the fallouts of this, like it affects so much of the market when we can't go to their true price because in the store, mystery packs have been terrible. Rerolls have been terrible the whole year with how they've been priced, right? Like we've talked about this many times. The return on these rolls, it returns like it's not like it's a gamble. Okay, like when I think of gambling, I think of like slot machines returning like 90-something% of your money back every time you roll. These things return like 30 to 40% of your training back. And now training is going to go forward. It's going to get more expensive because we can't do it, like relatively. If that makes sense, right? Because we can't buy at a fair market price because of these price floors. So they're about to get even worse going into the summer unless EA does something. Please, EA, hear this. Get rid of the floor on your quick sell on your cards. That doesn't match the quick sell. Oh my god, I said that like a butcher. We Bill the butchered it. Get rid of the minimum price to sell a card being the card's trading value. Otherwise, the game's gonna get even worse going into the summer as far as rerolls, which it feels like EA is doing a lot with rerolls, like what they did with salary cap a couple years ago and what they're doing with draft now. Is like they're trying to drive us away from it with their lack of care and effort. So it definitely feels like it's something that's, you know, it's like the 80s, right? The early 80s. It's the last days of disco. The last time we're dancing with these training packs. I don't know. It's so frustrating, but that's the economy that we're kind of in right now, right? God dang politicians. I don't want to do it. I don't want to make the comment section a nuclear war zone of this, that. Okay, so, all right. One other thing I forgot to mention with the AKAs is get ready for like Quadfather because he's like second set and Cordarrelle Patterson coming. But the problem is like, who cares plus ratio, right? 6 on, 6 off. If they go on the rest of the game, that's one thing. We'll see what they end up doing with them. But, like, we've already got Bo Jackson that we've been dealing with. 9 plays on and it's on the rest of the game. Like, are they going to do anything more than him? No. Like, it's going to be fine. But, yeah, I don't know. All these Bows, they've just been everywhere, right? I see Mikey complaining on Twitter that he's been running Bo too long. And I was like, he's a 96 overall quarterback, but, like, why move on? He's hyper fast, insanely the best release, and he's got the best abilities, and they're not that expensive. So there you go. That's overall the thought. I hope we can move on from Bo soon. I really do. They do gotta increase angry runs and freight train AP. They gotta change the game up a little bit to hopefully provide a little brush of fresh air. Sugar Rush limiteds and packs till the 25th. So we got another day on those, just FYI. LT, I'm not investing in Tiki Bar. Are you guys investing in Tiki Barber? I'm not. I think the investment would be like 95s, right? To get, we can see how cheap. I think 95s is bottomed out too, but let's take a look at 95s for a second. Tiki, 927 for a halfback. That's not as good as Bo, because Tiki's nice, but yeah, the angry run stuff is so overpowered. 95s are at 100K. So that's the minimum you can get them at. I think 100K for a 95 is not a bad get if you guys are getting them at that price to get ready for part 2, Electric Boogaloo. But some of these 95s, 120? Yeah, like 120, 130 feels fair. But if you can find them cheaper on Xbox, you buy them for the minimum, right? That's the thing is, like, I like doing this in with the show too. If you buy for literally the minimum price, in this game also, can't go tits up, right? Because people got to buy at the same price you bought at. Like, the most you lose is tax which is a very awesome downside. It's only 10%, but your upside is technically uncapped, but your upside is probably 30 to 40% return on value. So that's this video. I hope you guys enjoyed from the egg location reveal from today. I just check out the Mutt subreddit every day if you guys want to see that. Since I'm not doing a video on the egg reveal locations every day, just check out the subreddit. Scrambles generally got your back like you did today. The wins be talking, that part of it, the 99, 98 overalls, hitting the minimum, 95 investments. We'll talk about maybe some more investment stuff on tomorrow, Market Monday. But I'll see you guys later.